Hello my friends and enemies alike, hope you're as good as can be in these dark times. Have you ever felt something was off in your local council? You're not alone. Council corruption or incompetence is a serious issue affecting communities everywhere. This is part 2 in the Walsall Council corrupt or incompetent saga, which should have been part 3, as what you're about to hear is from 2019, and parts 1 and 3 are from June-July 2025. Part 3 will be uploaded as quick as I can for comparisons so you can hear the same exact tactics used again. Cannot say too much as I am about to file a stage 2 complaint for all the good it will do. However, I am not looking for any kind of justice or even fairness from Walsall Council. I know better. However, going through my archives on Walsall Council, some of these old recordings are relevant to the now ongoing complaints of corruption or incompetence that will show that the same departments, Revenues Collection Department, are conducting the exact same dubious practices performed by the same dubious, mysterious people, working in the shadows in order to take something from you without any accountability provided, protected by even more dubious operatives from the Complaints Department, working in tangent against you, me, or anyone who dares questions their perceived authority, for it is perceived, and which is why they just fob you off with the standard insincere, meaningless box-ticking scripted apology, and hope you go away. In this case, I was too ill to continue to the full extent, but as I am now under attack by both departments yet again, well, you don't mind if I fight back just a little, do you, Walsall Council operatives? For some context, this was a call to Walsall Complaints Department as to why they had not acknowledged or responded to my complaint. You will hear the same scripted excuses used in 2019 that they are still using to this very date, July 2025. If it's not broke, do not fix it. Enjoy.
Proper response time, is it not 7 to 10 days? Am I wrong about that, like? Well, can you send me some paperwork on what the complaints procedure? Because I ain't got any paperwork, you see. So I thought the response was I thought it was between 7 and 10 days, not 14 days, you see. Sorry.
An email address for you. I haven't got an email address for you.
I don't do emails, mate. I'm right, like.
Oh, you don't? All right.
See, what it is, I've got an amendment to the complaint, like, say, what the problem I've got is, like, I've logged a complaint I've now got a complaint logged with Walsall Magistrates Court.
Right.
And I've been speaking to him, and I've got the recorded, this phone call is recorded, just to let you know as well, okay?
Right, okay.
And
I'm just on our website. Do you have access to a computer? You don't deal with computers at all?
I do have access to a computer, yeah.
You have. If you go on our website, on the complaints, I should acknowledge within 5 working days.
But you haven't acknowledged, have you?
I haven't.
So that's not complaints procedure, is it?
Yeah, and then we respond within a further 15 days from then.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Because what it is, because you haven't responded, you see, which it just says that you're supposed to. I'm not having a go at you, like, but I'm just saying. Yeah. You've just said to me that we've got to respond in 5 days, and you haven't responded.
No, acknowledge within 5 working days. So that basically.
Well, that's the same thing, is it? You haven't acknowledged.
But what I'm looking to do is actually respond in full early next week, is what.
Yeah, but you didn't acknowledge me. This is what I'm ringing for, because I've had no acknowledgement.
Yeah, and I accept that, Mr.
What is the reason for that, like?
Yeah, I just haven't had a chance to get to that complaint. But what my point is, I'm looking to get it sorted out for you.
That don't sound like it if you're not acknowledging me. See, the problem I've got is, right, you've now got a liability order against me, right? And I'm pretty sure it's like, I've made a complaint with Walsall Magistrates Court. I've got a complaint logged with them against, bear with me a sec, let me give me paperwork. On the summons that you've issued, well, the claim that the magistrates have issued, I've got a name on there. It's got I can never pronounce it. IBD. You are Rahim. Now I've made a complaint about him, and I've spoke to the magistrates. See, my complaint is this: whoever's gone into the court that you've hired for the day and gave evidence to the magistrates under oath that I haven't contacted Walsall Council or I haven't paid this bill, has actually made false representation to the court, and I believe that's called perjury. And I've been in contact with the court, so they're saying that this guy, who's the legal advisor or authorised officer, he wasn't the person who went in front of the magistrates. It was somebody from your company. So I now need the name of the person who went into court on the 20th and made false representation to the court who was from your company. So could you provide me with that person's name, please? Because I need to make a serious complaint against them.
Right, okay. So I will be doing that when I respond to the complaint.
Yeah, but it's like, you ain't just like, just gonna, well, I mean, personally, why haven't you not acknowledged me? If that's...
What I will do, I will send an acknowledgement today, first class. So
well, that's not good. It's meant to be 5 days, isn't it?
The prior date to acknowledge and 15 days after that to respond.
Well, can you put something in that letter as well saying that you should have acknowledged me and you didn't?
Yes, I will do.
Please, if that's not to be funny or anything, I'm just trying to do this above what it is.
Not a problem at all.
I've got a liability order against me there that I believe has been issued in a court that you've paid for the day and hired for the day. And the liability, the summons that I've got, there is, and I've got recorded evidence of this, there is no issue of a summons in the West Midlands for me by any magistrates. There's no record of Walsall magistrates issuing any kind of liability order for me. There's no record of them issuing a summons from me. And my question is this: where has these summonses and this liability order come from? It's come from a court that the council have bought and paid for the day, and now you've got a liability order that you're going to act on me with. You can now take that liability order, re-engineer it and take it to like a civil court where it should have been in the first place, and then get a civil order against me and take the money out of my benefits. And I want some assurance that this isn't going to happen, or you ain't going to send bailiffs until we've sorted this out.
Right, okay.
And that's what it is. You've got a liability order that I believe you've obtained fraudulently, and I can more or less prove it.
I totally believe that's what you believe to be the case.
Well, I've spoke to the courts and they're saying to me that they're not that guy. I've made a complaint about him with a court, and I'm looking into it, like, you know what I mean. And it's like the person who you've sent to court that day on the 20th, who gave a statutory declaration that the evidence he was giving was true, is a complete lie. Because I've got recorded deliveries that I have contacted you, that I have paid this bill. The fact that you haven't accepted it, that's down to you, and that puts the bill in dispute, which is a civil matter. You've now taken me to a magistrate's court, which is a criminal court, to deal with a civil death, in your own court, that Walsall magistrates have got absolutely no record of. So, and you need to explain all this to me, and you've now got a liability order that you're going to act on. So I'm asking to you, I need to know, you're not talking to me, I need to know what is happening with this so-called liability order that you've got, that Walsall magistrates have got no record of issuing, that you're going to use against me, to either send the bailiffs, which you can do, or cross jurisdiction, where you're going to convert it from a warrant, from a magistrate's liability order, take it in front of in secret, without my knowledge. You're then going to take it to like a county court and get it legitimised by a county court judge, and then you'll be able to apply for it against me properly. But you've applied for that warrant, for that liability order, in a criminal court, and then convert, and that's what you're going to do to me, and take it straight out my benefits. So I want some kind of I need to know what's going on so I can defend myself against you. I mean, I've got a complaint logged with the courts at the minute, and I want the name of that person who you've sent to your own court and has gone in front of a magistrate and made a statutory declaration that I haven't contacted you and I haven't paid this bill, and I want the name of that person, because that person is in trouble.
Yeah.
So I want you to provide me with the name of that person who went to court, and I want it ASAP, because I've got an ongoing complaint with the courts over this matter. And they're saying that this guy isn't liable. They're saying they've got no records of this at all. They've only got records of a council tax court, and I explained it to them. There's no such thing as a council tax court, and the woman on the recording agreed. She goes, well, not a council tax court, it's a court that you hire for the day. So you're telling me that the magistrates that you had in court that day were acting upon their oath? They weren't, because you've paid for it, and now you've got a liability order based on all this. Do you understand my urgency?
I understand what you're trying to say, Mr. I will respond to your complaint, and I will send an acknowledgement.
No, I don't just want to respond to the complaint. I want something about what the state of this liability order that you claim that you've got.
That's part of your complaint, so I'll answer those questions.
I need some kind of clarification. And because you council tax, ain't you?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. I'm complaining to Hitler about his SS cards. That's the problem I've got here.
All right.
No offence, I've got nothing against you personally, but you can see what I'm saying, can't you?
Let me get a response to you, and you can take it from there.
But I need to know what's going on with the council taxes, because you've got a liability order now, a fake liability that you've obtained, and I'm going through the motions of proving that you've got a fake liability that you've issued in your own court. And if you're going to act on that liability order that you've got, which is logic dictates that you're going to, I want to know what are you going to do, because you've either got two choices. You've either got to send the bailiffs. And you can send them, I can deal with them, because you won't be sending court bailiffs, will you? Because if this was issued in a court, if this was like for a non-payment of a fine, guess what would come for me? Court bailiffs, and they would have the power to break in. You're going to send private bailiffs, because they can't do anything. So you're going to take the money out of my benefits and try that way, and I want some clarification of what you're doing.
Right.
You can understand what I'm saying though, can't you?
Yeah.
What are you doing with that fake liability warrant order that you've got?
I will respond to that, and then you can take it from there.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I just want to say, are you sending the bailiffs? Are you going to try and use it as cross jurisdiction and take me to and do it in secret and take me to county court? All I'll do is I'll have the county court liability at the end, and that will be a proper liability order. But you've obtained it falsely, and I'm very well aware of this process. So I want some clarification of what you're going to do with that fake liability order that I know is fake and that you've got.
Okay.
So do you understand my agency? So if you're going to do something, I want full disclosure of what you're going to do. If you want to take me to county court, then I want to appear and defend this case, and I want full disclosure that you're going to do that. If you're going to send the bailiffs, go ahead, send them. Third party interlopers got absolutely no power. Send them, send the bailiffs. But you're acting on a liability order that I believe is fake, and I can pretty much prove it.
Okay.
So before you act on what you're going to do, I want full disclosure how you're going to do with that fake liability order that you've got. It won't have no court sigil, it won't have no signature, it won't have no court stamp. It's just a fake liability order, and you're going to use that against me. So I want full disclosure of what you're going to do with that liability that Walsall magistrates that claim that they haven't issued that liability order. There's no record on any system. Even another thing I'd like to point out for you, you might want to. I've got a document here from you saying that you've got a liability order, and I've got a document, a summons from the court. From a Black Country Magistrates Court in the Metropolitan Borough of Walsall, summons for non-payment of council tax, telephone number, which just happens to be the same telephone number on the document that you've sent me from the council. It happens to be exactly the same telephone number. So how can a magistrate's court document bear Walsall Council tax number? And it's got the account number and the summons number have got absolutely nothing to do with any cases that have gone through magistrates court, because you don't have a summons number when you go to court. You have a case number, and these numbers do not tally with anything that they've got on their systems. And this is what you're going to use to extort money out of me. So I want some kind of clarification of where you're going with that liability order. And I've got this recorded, and I will be taking this forever. So I suggest you get back to me, and I'd like you to explain why, please, you haven't got back to me in the 5 days that it clearly says on your website that you should have done.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that okay? I mean, I'm not having to get you. I'm just saying. All I'm doing,
And I will respond to you, and I will get that acknowledgement out today.
And don't forget, I've still got the complaint in against Hunter and that other woman as well. You need to justify these. It's not just the council, man. This is quite a big complaint. And what I'm accusing you of, not you personally, but what I'm accusing of the person, the names I'll get, whoever's gone to court and gave a stat declaration to, even though it's a fake court, you're still guided by the rules of the court, you're still governed by the magistrate's procedures, you're still governed by that, even though it's your own court. So whoever went into that court and gave evidence to them magistrates under oath did so whilst providing false representation, and that's perjury, and I want the name of that person who did that. And I want you to provide, can you provide me with that name of the person? I mean, it's... Can you give me a confirmation that you'll provide me with that name, please?
Yeah, I don't see there's any problem with providing that name.
Yes, you will. Yes, you've got to provide me that name, and you should tell that person, whoever's done that has committed perjury by false representation to a court when I've got evidence for it. So
okay.
I want, and I'm making a complaint to the court. So I'm going to need this done. I know you've ignored me for the proper specified time period, but I need this sorted now. Unless you're going to give me some information about what you're doing with the liability order.
As I say, Mr. I will send out the acknowledgement now.
Yeah.
And I will be looking at the case next
Yeah,
week.
and don't forget to put in why you didn't respond into the correct time period, please.
Yeah.
Make sure you put that in, because this is a recorded phone call, and everybody that you've done, you're going to have to answer for everything. You're going to have to justify everything that you do, just like I have to justify everything that I'm saying. The difference is I've got all this evidence, recorded, dates, times, everything is recorded when I deal with you people, for this reason, because this is completely fraudulent, mate. You must know that. I mean, what's your job title? Is it project lead?
I'm a project lead.
So are you in charge of?
I'm in charge of a number of projects, but council tax is part of what I deal with.
You've got some knowledge of council tax law, haven't you?
All I'm trying to say to you, Mr. Can you allow me to respond? Because
But within the proper time period this time.
Well, all I'm saying to you is, the longer I'm on this phone call with you, I've understood what you've asked me to do.
Yeah.
So now I need to actually do what you've asked me to do.
Well, I'm just worried about this liability order. You're not ringing me. No one's responding to me.
As I say, allow me to respond to what you've said.
Yes.
I'm going to send out an acknowledgement to you, and I'll respond to your complaint.
And make sure you put in that you didn't do it properly.
Mister, you've told me that already.
I know, it's because I'm worried that you were. I mean, I'm.
Well, if I don't, you've recorded the phone call,
Yeah,
so you can then pull me up about it. But the point
Okay.
is, you've asked me to do that, and I've noted it down.
Okay, that's all I want. All I want for this process is to be treated fair, and I don't feel like I'm being treated fair.
Well, as I say, that's an opinion, and I respect your opinion.
It's more than an opinion; it's evidence.
But that is your opinion, and what we will do as a council is justify our actions up to date.
If you could, I'll seriously, that'll be a good read, please.
Okay, so can you allow me to respond to you now? Then,
Yes, I can. So what it is, I do apologise. So I've got no problem with you. You can see I'm a bit pissed off, can't you?
I've understood what you said, and you've got your view of how things have happened and what happened. I accept that. That's your viewpoint.
Yeah.
But now I need to respond.
Yes, you do. I want to apologise again to what it is. I'm a bit pissed off about all this.
You don't need to apologise to me, but you need to now allow me to deal with
Yes, I do. Yes, okay. Thank you.
All right?
Yeah, I am sorry. Like I says, I don't mean to come across like that, but you can understand. I'm a bit the frustration I've got, and I'm on medication, so I get a bit frustrated, and I'm frustrated through this whole process because I don't believe I've done anything wrong, and you lot have acted completely.
That's the viewpoint that you have.
Yes, it's
as
true.
As we're concerned as a council, we have to follow processes that we believe are true, and all I'm saying to you is we will respond to the complaint that you've made.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay,
No problem.
have a good day.
Anything.